Something I get asked about a lot by a lot of people these days, like once a week I would say, is who should we use for custom cycling clothing or custom triathlon clothing. I guess from my past experience, I worked obviously for Bianchi way back in the day at Bike Sports when they had Santini and Santini Custom, high-level Italian. Then moved to Sydney with Solar Sport, who had Netty, Australian-owned, but Netty Custom Clothing. And then I became the general manager of Champion Systems for 4 or 5 years and worked very closely with Chris Reynolds and the factory, and actually got to visit the factories and visit, the material suppliers and the chamois suppliers. And then I've also consulted to Inverse, which is Spanish's largest custom cycling clothing brand, and they make for the national team and stuff. And so I've got a pretty good knowledge about it, but one of the things that's always sort of baffled me is most people make these decisions for clubs and groups that are surrounded by just a very small group of people and not really taking into consideration of the decision that they should be making for their entire group, both commercially and from just a pure ethical and morally sound decision. So what I've done is I've made a list of things that you should be considering and should be giving a score to help you decide who you should be using for your club or your team or your group for cycling and triathlon clothing. So click the link below and check it out. It's free. Yow!